Hello, 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 beautiful divine family, beautiful starseeds and souls around the planet. I'm Akasha Azurite. We are shifting and we are definitely in a massive solar storm, solar wind activity, massive integration for the next few days. So I can see that there is a lot that is transitioning right now. And when I say transition, it's transition into full body integration. There's a lot coming up for all of us, for starseeds, souls, the humanity itself. And I can see different, I can see humanity, the human species on this planet, and also within this universe and different galaxy systems. There's a multiverse system that I can see that it is going through integration of an upgrade, and I'm able to tune into the integration. It is an integration of the upgrade of a new reconfiguration of the organic original systems, but it's a new geometric system. It's new geometrics codes and light codes that I can see that is happening right now. It's actually assisting us. It's assisting us here on this planet. So it's very powerful. I can see that our beautiful star here, our sun is definitely amping up the light and the solar flares light activity that's happening right now. So sensitivity to the body, very sensitive. Our physical bodies are becoming more and more sensitive to these new high frequencies that are coming in, the solar winds, the integration, the higher vibrational frequency that is, and it's still in transition. It's in transition and integration right now. So integrating in the physical body, I do have beautiful family coming in. There's ones that are they still are awakening right now to, and it really is about a deeper understanding of these waves and these solar flares that are coming in right now on the planet. The solar winds, the upgrades, the integration. And understanding the sensitivity of the physical body, the morphogenetic field, the energetic system itself, and how everything integrates and how everything works right now. So the energies is an expansion in the field. It can feel really, it could feel as if that we are expanded, that it feels like we're vibrating in a higher vibrational frequency. Hi, how are you doing? Kasantina Divana Kasanta. Asanti. I'm going to do cards and card pulling for anyone who wants their card pulled today, any starseeds that are coming into my space. So if you want your card pulled, just type in and I'll pull a card for you. This is my crystal grid. It's a massive grid. It's absolutely beautiful. I just created it for all of you. It activates into your morphogenetic field, your energetic field. It is energy tuning, bringing keys, codes, and new geometric patterns and light codes for integration. Gasantina, yes, Gasantina Kanandi for Gasanti. So I created this before I got on, and it's absolutely beautiful, right? So this is a crystal chamber grid system. It connects to your physical body, and it will sit around your body. It's absolutely beautiful. It's connecting to the full system, and it really is. It's all 15 chakra systems and higher. And it's activating, cleansing, clearing, purifying, resetting, realigning, and it really is for a readjustment. And a readjustment right now, it has softer frequency tones of the Andara master crystals. These are Starseed master crystals that I work with, and I do work with them. I do have a meteorite, but right now I'm working with the meteorite itself. I have a golden Libyan. It's a beautiful golden Libyan. meteorite crystal, and azurite crystals that I'm integrating with right now. So this is a creation for all of you. And then I'm going to do some oracle card readings too. Gesentino Sentino Kushanta. Sentino Kunande Vanaka Santi. Gesentio Sheka Santi. I have a few updates. And the updates is what's coming through right now. The integration of the recollaboration in the physical body, the adjustments inside of the physical body. So sensitivity, you can feel as if that you are flowing in the 5D, 7D, and higher dimensions. And then the body is going to go through a deep purification process very quickly. So the higher light and the solar flares and the solar winds that are coming through right now, we just shifted from many different alignments and planetary alignments. That is, it is an integration, but integration is happening faster. It's happening faster in the physical body than taking, at least for me anyways, it can happen overnight. The integration in the body. It can happen in 3 days, 4 days, 2 days. So I'm going to say about 4 days, we're going to have massive integration in the body. You can feel a lot of energies coming up in the solar plexus, in the stomach area. Cleansing, purification, and it's a deeper and deeper purification in the physical body. This is all taking place. There's the sacral area. So it's between the sacral, the sacred womb, and the solar plexus and the upper chakras. And then you will feel it moving out really fast. Lots of uncomfortable energies and feelings of, it could feel like fear in the body. Like there's massive fear frequency in the body that is transmitting. But that's really the purification of the old programs that are running, and it is a purification in the stomach, and that's actually what I've been tuning into. It's the spine and the spinal cord itself going through a deep purification process right now. I'm going to do a few updates. Divine unions, sacred divine unions, heroes, gammas, divine unions are going through a full upgrade, a full physical body upgrade, morphogenetic field, energetic bodies, and Merkaba systems, Merkaba upgrades right now. Integration, templates, new DNA, new soul agreements, new contracts right now. And I'm going to speak about taking, as we activate DNA in the physical body, as you start to activate the strands and the DNA strands, those of you that are Starseeds, we can activate any contracts that we want to. There is the angelic indigo race contracts, the Christic systems, and I will keep communicating to anyone and everyone who follows me about the Christic lineages, the Christic Azurite races. Those lineages, the feline humanoid races, the galactic humanoid races, indigo lineages, these races, which is the human species, different seedings and generations of the human species right now, blue rays, ones that are blue rays that are a part of the Yeshua lineages, Azurite lineages, the feline humanoid Lyra, Byron founder races. As you activate the DNA and activating the DNA systems and strands, you are activating contracts and soul contracts that you are ready, and you're ready to be able to assist on a collective recollaboration and integration, transition, and a timeline adjustment, and also assisting with the resets, the the resets that are actually happening with the universe and the worlds of God. And so you have to understand where the collective conscious, and I call it the Christic collective consciousness, and where they're transitioning to. I have seen in my realities, as far as we expand, we're expanding even more and more into full integration of understanding when we activate strands and activate team DNA and the crystal star, galactic star, diamond crisis star, key codes and coding in the body. As we start to fully upgrade the crystals in the body and the diamond intelligence, geometric patterns and reconfigurations in the physical body and also the spinal cord, we're able to see through all time and spaces and all spaces and time, let's just say different records, and different records that are the manifestation templates. We're able to see what is the contracts and all the contracts that are running here. And it really has to do with the manifestation templates, meaning what is the materialization of the transmission of light and the frequencies. So it has to do with the frequency materialization, the light, tone, sound, and color. And then distortions, what we see is still all that is a part of a repeat. You will have to understand, while we start as starseeds, crystal children, and star children, and ones that are of the Christics that are Templar travelers. We already understand time travel. Galactic humanoids here on the planet, we understand time travel. We can see it through telepathic communication, geometric patterns and reconfigurations, communication to the crystalline diamond crystals intelligence within inside the physical body. That's how it materializes in order for us to be able to understand time travel. We already know it right away. So we already can see what is materializing, and we understand the resets. We do know when we go through a reset. We can wake up, or we can be walking throughout the day, and we know we just went through a reset, that the universes in the world of God just resetted. So we're able to see this, and that's the importance of who we are. So if you can see the universes in the world of God, and you can see the reset it just did, there is an importance for you being here right now on this planet, in this lifetime, in this timeline. It will unfold to you even more and more as you are able to integrate more light into the physical body. And it really is light. It's a light frequency. It's a frequency system and a frequency spectrum in order for you to bring the crystals and the diamond crystal intelligence fully online, meaning that's the full consciousness and the full consciousness body, and so much more. There's a few things. There's a few things that I've seen. The star that is the sun has been assisting us, and it has been assisting us for millions and billions of years, but it is assisting us right now on this timeline in order for us to integrate more light, for us to become fully conscious, and humanity to become fully conscious. Well, the sun and the star is not the only thing that is activating out there in the universe. There's also the multiverse systems. Multiverse systems and beyond that, which I call it the multi-universes. There's the multiverses, right? But there's the infinite. The infinite verses too. Infinite universes and versus infinite universes that are beyond that. There's There is a system, and there's systems after that too that are assisting us right now. The ones that we are experiencing that's coming in is different star solar storms, galaxy solar storms that are assisting us right now with a higher vibrational frequency in order for us to be able to pull up what we need to and to activate templates, strands, DNA strands, and way beyond that. There is no words for me to be able to translate in the language of light and to translate in the earth language of what is actually happening right now for all of us. I'm going to speak about the wars on this planet and the shifting of the planet. There is massive shifts on this planet that is happening with Mother Earth and Gaia. There is volcanic eruptions. There is earthquakes. There are storms. There is lots of shifting in the plates, which is the tectonic plates. There's a lot of shifts that are actually happening right now. And it really has to do, you have to understand what it has to do with, is the reset. There is a reset. It's the universe and the worlds of God that will do a reset. And it will continue to reset in order for the planet to stay alive. To be able for life to experience. But it's also for the universe to as well. It has to do with the universe itself, this universe, galaxy systems, and way beyond that. That it's the universe and the worlds of God that has been resetting. Now, there's different phases and phases of these resets. What is happening right now is the systems went through a reset. And it will continue to. We have more resets ahead of us. We should know when there's a reset. This reset is only taking place. What you see that is materialized in the physical reality. Like I said, destruction, war that is happening on this planet. Those are souls of ascension and physical body ascension. Now, that's coming from a higher frequency expansion of consciousness and a multi-way, multi-vision way of looking. Right now, all of us are going to experience, which is really cool. I call it the super, and we'll keep adding on to that. The super new vision. It's a super new vision consciousness. Multi-vision consciousness. So super multi-vision consciousness expansion in order for us to really be able to see in multiple ways and trillions and billions of different types of ways and beyond that. So it's like a super expansion that is taking place. It is natural and natural to star children, crystal children, ones that are very old and older than time and space in their first incarnations here. It is happening for all of us because it's a part of the reset. There's different phases of this reset. So what you're seeing materializing in the realities, if you are seeing the wars that are taking place right now, we are purifying and clearing and cleansing the body for humanity and all of the collectives as fast as we possibly can. But we are moving and shifting the soul consciousness. It's about getting the soul consciousness out of the body as fast as we can to go through the gates. The Andromedan gates and the Andromedan galaxy gates are fully open. It is very beautiful. It's the gate systems in the Andromedan galaxy are fully open. There's a few systems, and there are a few systems that I do know about that I have been working on that are distorted. They are distorted, and we are working on them. That's another set of gates. Another set of gates, that is what we are working on right now with the resets and the phases of the resets, the reset phases of the universe and the worlds of God. There's different galaxy systems that are going through the same, I call it a transition, and I call it an upgrade. So it's actually really powerful what's happening here. We have new systems that are part of the original organic systems, and then we have new galaxy systems that are taking shape and form as stars birth. And when stars birth, and that's actually what I do see, is the stars birthing. As we have stars that are birthing out there and birthing in our universe. Now, this is a multiverse and the infinity verse, and we can go beyond that too as well. But the stars that are the stars right now that are birthing, these are new systems and new gate systems that are going fully open. It actually is really powerful, and it's really cool to be able to experience this in this now, to be able to experience it right now. That is the new vision. We are seeing in a new vision as galactic humanoid race. We are a galactic humanoid race. We are expanding to it. It is there. What we're seeing, the shifting in the planet with Mother Earth, with her light, her frequency raising in a higher frequency right now. Oh, Catalina's here, thank God. I was wondering if you saw my post. Catalina, you can jump on whenever you want to. You just have to send me something that you want to come on with me. Catalina is my star sister, my beautiful star sister. If you want to jump on with me, let me know and type it in. Catalina, type it in if you want to jump on with me and send me an invite. So you can get on and you can share your Andaras tonight if you're able to. If not, then we'll set it up for another day. Let me know if you want to come on, Catalina. Okay, so this is a part of the supervision, I call it, the new vision that is happening right now. Awesome. Well, let me know if the frequency is aligned, the realities are, I call it our houses. We do, me and her call it our houses. We're with our family right now. So we're with our family that is vibrating and, so vibrating in a frequency of the 40. So we always have to see like where the vibrational frequency is at, right now, but it holds purpose why we're where we are right now. It all holds. We're working on our ancestral lineages and our bloodlines right now. So we always have to just check the timelines to see if me and her align. And Catalina is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful sister, beautiful star sister. So I'll just wait until she gives me an invite, and then she can come on. She's going to share her Andaras and just all of the beauty of Catalina, I call it. The beautiful Starseed, the galactic goddess. She is a galactic goddess. Okay, so the different phases going into what's happening on the planet. These are wars. There's two things that keeps materializing into my reality as far as multi-vision. I call it multi-visions. It's something I keep seeing is they call it the Andromedan timelines. And anyways, that's the Andromedan time. Hold on. That's the Andromedan timelines. The Andromedan galaxy timelines for the gate systems to go fully open. Something that I'm working on right now. So just give me a minute. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to invite you. I think I just asked you for you to come on. Nakata. Armageddon timelines and what else? And what else? Okay. Sentino, Sentinoku, Shintakutam. I put Catalina, I just added you. All right, so we call it the and Armageddon, Andromedan timelines. That's fine. Andromedan galaxy gate systems that are fully open. Like I just said, there's you got to understand how large the Andromedan galaxy is in order for you to understand. There's multiple gate systems, multi-gate systems. There's one that's distorted that we're working on right now, and we will be getting those gate systems fully open, and it is for travel. There's a massive ascension that is happening right now, and it really is for those souls, those beings and species to be able to go back to the Andromeda galaxy, which is really powerful. Those of you that are transmuting in the collectives for what they call it the Holy Wars. The Holy Wars and the Armageddon timelines. I'm going to go into that just for a minute as far as what I call is the repeat. I call it the repeat. That's the reason why there's the resets and the reset phases that are actually happening right now. But you have to understand it has to do with the creation and the creation of human intelligence. I'm going to try again. Hold on. Oh, I think I'll just wait till you come back on. Sentu shikasenti. Gesentu shikati. You have to change phones? Okay. That's fine. Gesentu shikasenti nakata. The you'll have to understand how it is that we see. You have to understand how the star child sees. Once you understand our abilities and to be able to see our abilities and how we're able to see. It is through the crystalline crystal star intelligence that's inside the physical body, which is a communication through geometric patterns that we communicate to different organizations here on this planet, but it's also a part of the DNA. It's accessed within inside of our spinal cord. All right, hold on. It says share broadcast. You'll probably have to do an invite here. Oh, wait, I just saw you. All right, I'm going to add you again. I'm adding you on again. Okay, good.
Yay.
Yay! You're on here. Hello, beautiful. I'm very excited that you're here. Gesantino
Yes.
Shantino Konande Frankasanti.
It's been a while.
Gesantushikasanti.
I'm happy.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited that you're with me. And she's going to be sharing. So I'm really excited just to see our transmissions, the codes, the keys that come in. I'm very excited for the work that we'll be doing. And I also aligned to Amaretta. She's another beautiful galactic goddess, a beautiful sister of ours that I believe I'm going to do all three of us as a trinity very soon. Okay? It's all on how it aligns, but it seems like it's aligning like this in order for us just to jump on and to be with each other right now, right? In this now, in this space. Catalina, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Esintu shikasanti, gesantana katan, gesantu shikasanti. Bringing in the keys and the codes and the acceleration right now. I'm going to go into the consciousness really quickly, and then I'm going to let Catalina share what she's going to bring through. There's a few things. The consciousness of the planet, the wars on the planet. It's a part of the reset phases with the universes and the world of God. It's all a part of the ascension. We're assisting with cleansing, clearing, purifying it, deactivating and dismantling distortions, but we're also working on moving the consciousness of the souls out of the physical body and making sure that the light particles and the soul fractals are fully that they are fully ready for the ascension. And the ascension and fully ready to travel through the gates to go back to the Andromedan galaxy. So it is ascension in the physical body, but we're holding gates open, and there's a lot of us that are moving the consciousness and the light particles and anything and everything of the consciousness of the body, the soul consciousness, the oversoul consciousness, and the avatar consciousness out of the physical body to go up and out through the gates in Iran. There's different locations too around the planet. That's not the only place. There's different gate systems that we've held open. There's a Sarasota gate too that I know that I've been working that gate for a very long time. There's different gates here on the East Coast, but the Sarasota gate system is what we're using right now in order to transition these souls up and out. There's a lot of people that would say, well, the Sarasota gate has this, it has different, I'm going to say different distortions. I really don't go into it. I don't research anything that is old. I just know that there is a higher Earth system and that there is a higher vibrational Earth system because it's a multiverse planet, and it is, and a multi-dimensional planet. So there's a higher Earth system platform, and there's the Aurora platform, but there's an Andromedan platform too. That it's fully, I call it upgraded. It's fully back to its original organic system, and that's one of the gate systems that we're using to transition the souls right now. So there's a lot of ascension, meaning a lot of people are leaving the physical body. So you can see a lot of people will feel like it's death, but it's not death. And we're assisting right now with moving the consciousness of the soul, well, everything, the soul, the DNA, the oversoul, and the avatar soul systems. It's the full system of the consciousness of the body and moving it up and out through the gates. It is through teleportation, um, and it's teleporting and actually moving there. Well, those are travelers. Traveler that has to do with the travelers and their missions here right now. There's different missions that are here. Different travelers have different missions for moving the consciousness and the souls out through the gates as fast as they possibly can. So a lot of people call it the evacuation. And it's okay, we call it an evacuation, or the Armageddon timelines, or the wars. And I'm almost finished, Catalina, so hold on. This one's important for all of us. Those of you that are Starseeds, like I said, we can take on any contracts that we want to. The Krystalline races, Star Children, Indigo races, there's the Rainbow Children, there's different generations that are here, the Golden Children, Blu-ray Children, different ones that have incarnated here. We can activate any contracts that we want to be able to assist humanity right now on this planet. It already is done. It was already done coming in here. Those of you that are activating the DNA, I think it's Ellie. I think her name's Ellie. She was communicating to me. She does have a Serpentarian DNA, but she has multiple DNA because she's a starseed. And she says, I'm feeling very connected to the Arcturians, Syrians, and the Lyrans right now. I said, yeah, because you're activating multiple galaxy DNA right now and the universal DNA, which is really cool. It's a massive star DNA activation. And to be able to activate these strands inside of your physical body in order for you are becoming the galactic humanoid. Like I said, it's here, it's happening right now. Okay, understanding what contracts you're going to take. I'm going to speak about a contract that I have already been created and designed. It was already created and designed coming in here. What contracts is the Holy War contracts I was going to assist on as a Templar Guardian in the Azurite strands. I'm the one that decided to come back in here. I have the experience of the gate systems. I have the experience of transmigrating back and forth through the gates. That's like billions of years ago. I'm very old, but this is my first incarnation in a galactic humanoid body. Does that make sense? All right. So, as a Templar in the Christic, it has to do with the Christic system. When I say that a Templar, an Azurite Templar, that I'm an Azurite Templar, it's the Christic Merkaba. It's a Christic Merkaba system. And it's also what workable body that I'm activating. And that's it's the Akasha. Yeah, it is. The Akasha, Merkaba body system. Now it's the Akasha, Merkaba body system, which it looks like a diamond, and that's the one that I am adjusting millions and millions of timelines of bringing the system fully online in this incarnation, which is in this now. It's a system that I decided that I was going to take on. And then when I say take on, meaning activating the templates and the Celica Crystalline DNA templates. Now, that's just one of them. So I can activate any systems, any Merkaba systems that I want to, because I am very evolved in Merkaba mechanics off planet. The Andromedan galaxy is very much home for me, and it is home for me, but I know that I have experiences as a star. Okay, so I also have experience with the full ascension stellar cycle upgrades, if that makes any sense. So the cycles of the star, you would have to understand the star cycles itself. So I know that I have experience and that I am a star. And I also have done birthing of other stars too as well. When you start to access this and you start to know this, you start to know your galactic Akashic origins. That's a multi-vision of where we're at right now. That's what a lot of us are experiencing, going into the super, super expansion of consciousness and being able to activate the systems. The communication is in the spinal cord and the crystals in the physical body and the diamond intelligence in the physical body. Now, this is really cool, right? So I decided, it was already created and designed, that I would be a Templar for the Holy Wars here. The Holy Wars, and trained from the time I woke up. I have a contract, guardian contract to my star child, which is absolutely beautiful, but you have to understand the contracts of the star child itself. That's the reason why it's the creation of the creation portals that I created life here. If I create life, then I'm a guardian of that life. Does that make sense? Which is birthing children, right? And that's all species here on this planet. It's not just the human races. So this is really powerful. Hold on, Catalina, just give me a minute. Let me just get this out really quickly. This is really important. As far as the Templar and taking on the contracts of the Holy Wars, all right. So there's a cleansing, purification, deactivating, dismantling, ones that know the system. They know the universe is in the world of God. They know the frequencies, the sound, the light, the manifestation templates. They know how everything works. They have the manual itself. We all have the manual with inside the body in the DNA. It's fully activated. We do have it. When the ones that are still creating that we do not have this manual, we don't have the manual. Yes, you do have the manual. You have to remember who you are. That is what is happening right now. You're being shaken. You're being shook up. You really are going to continue to, if you are still transmitting this frequency and not becoming fully consciousness, because it's there. That consciousness, that light, that knowledge is there. Your mind knows it. Your expansion already knows it. When you're looking through your eyes, when you look through the eyes and the soul eyes and the crystalline soul eyes, when you're looking out, when you are able to expand into the super, super multi-vision consciousness, there is a system that knows that manual. There is what some people call it the ego, but I call it an intelligence. And I do call it an intelligent system that is a part of the false system and the different networks that are running, that will tell you that you don't have the manual or you have confusion. You can end up having a lot of confusion. Well, that's the reconfigurations and the upgrades that we're experiencing right now, meaning that what we're assisting right now is the ones that know this, the ones that are a part of the soul groups that I came in on in the generations. We already know right away. We're assisting the ones that have that frequency that is still running. We're trying to tell you guys, you have the manual. It's already there. If you continue to tell yourselves and if you're letting the mind, that other part telling you that you don't have the manual, which is still the same thing as like the ego with like your abilities or your psychic abilities or your starseed abilities, or just your galactic humanoid abilities, if it continues to tell you this, a lot of people call it the ego. It's not really an ego, it's an upgrade that you're going through in an experience. So we're trying to help you guys. So going back into when you activate the DNA and the communication through the spinal cord, when the light currents and the diamond crystals start fully coming online, and the intelligence of the geometric systems and patterns, the keys, the codes, the gate system, stargate system, chakras, morphogenetic field, that light system comes fully online, you can start to take on any contracts that you want to. As far as my contract, going into the transition and awakening, and how I was trained as the Templar for what they call is the Holy Wars right now. I was trained in light combat and also light remote viewing combat from the time I was woken up. But that really has to do with me moving in and moving straight into the Holy Wars. Now, I already know how to navigate the Holy Wars. I have to observe every single thing here, and I translate back through geometric systems and patterns to different administrations and organizations that are within this universe in the Andromedan galaxy, but I'm also translating and communicating with the universes in the world of God and the manifestation templates in order for us to be able to see what can we do as we go through the reset phases in order for us to get to the point of what we are here for. And that really is just to keep the system running and fully online. So we have to stop creating and the repeat. We have to wake up even more and more and get shook and shaken even more and more to understand that this is all a part of a repeat and an intelligence of an old frequency and an old vibrational frequency, an old system, old contract set is running that we can fully upgrade, deactivate, and to dismantle any type of intelligence, and we can do that. So that is actually the importance of my, and it is the importance of my transmission for today. And that's it. All right, Catalina, you start sharing, my love. And that's it. That's just what I wanted to say for today.
That was awesome. Lots of great stuff. You always say lots of great, like informative stuff, like super helpful, super helpful
Yes.
to know. Yeah, it's just like there's just so much to learn, So
It is.
thank you, Akasha.
You're welcome, beautiful. Start sharing whatever you want to share. You can share your Andaras, your crystals, creations, whatever's coming through for you. Like, what do you see right now? Because we have been accessing so much in, I call it the super multi-vision, and being able to see in like multiple ways and expansion of consciousness and new consciousness. What I know that you've actually been experiencing lots of upgrades and downloads with and it's the unicorn languages, which are the divine beings of the fifth dimension, seventh dimension, and the 15th dimension. So it's the higher harmonic universe and sound and light, sound, and frequency and God consciousness. So I've been seeing what you've been upgrading to. What do you see like in your external reality right now with the flares coming in? Like what is it that you see is actually happening?
Well, with the solar flares, I've noticed, especially at nighttime, I start feeling like a lot here
Okay.
and here. Like I guess, I guess I'm feeling it when they're like shooting down, like the solar flares.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess like especially nighttime, I feel more here. Like I think maybe detoxification or something, especially here. Once in a while, like I did feel a little bit of a twitch. I don't know if I felt like I was being zapped too. I was like, am I being zapped? I was like,
Same.
what is this? What is this? Is that my finger now? you
Que
know.
sentino, yeah. Que sentiu them. Yeah, we are experiencing right now. We're definitely experiencing that in the physical body. That's the star itself. So you've activated the star DNA of the sun within inside your physical body.
Mm.
There is a being, an oversoul that's coming in, and a particular race, an angelic race, a crystalline angelic race, galactic race that has been assisting us, which is the raw lineage, and they have been assisting us with the integration and the upgrades and the DNA of the star DNA, which is our sun DNA. So it's Ra, the sun god. I've had massive integrations and embodiments with Ra, the sun god, two-way communication through all time and space, and two-way communication from the space and the timeline where Ra is at with his divine wife, his family, the Galactic Councils, Galactic High and they're Galactic High military commanders, the Crystal Star Councils, Andromedan Councils in Egypt, and also different locations here on the planet, and also United States. It is the United States where there's many Egyptian. And when I say Egyptian temples here in the United States, over on the West Coast and the East Coast and in the middle of the United States, it's also where the gates are located. I'm talking about that root race. I'm talking about different root races that are over here. So the pyramids or the Egyptian races during that time, they were all over the planet, building and doing massive architect, all in different locations around the planet. There's ones in Bryce Canyon, where I was placed. I was placed in Utah. There's plenty of Egyptian temples where the Grand Canyon is, and also in Utah where Bryce Canyon is. The temples of Osiris. There's different Egyptian systems that were built and constructed, but also hold in the red rocks. When I say they hold in the red rocks, they really do hold in the red rocks. You can actually, if you look out, when you go to Bryce Canyon, you look out, you will see the Syrian Egyptian temples, the temples of Osiris. You
I
really
feel
will see
like
the temples of Osiris. Like, I'm not kidding. You're going to see statues, huge, massive statues that
I'm
were created in Utah,
yeah, I'm actually
right?
like Grand Canyon. Well, Arizona's in Grand Canyon, and I feel like if I go over there, there's something for me there. If I go, that's what I feel like. You need
Oh
to go.
yeah,
There's something
there
there for
definitely
you, for
is.
me.
I
I
have
have
I
never
have
been there.
pictures. I do. I have pictures. Now, that's the whole
Oh.
thing, is that everybody is always talking about the Galactic Wars. Well, the Galactic Wars are over. We have to transition the there is, let me tell you something. There is a materialization of what I call is an I call it the artificial system. And I do call it an intelligent system, a distortion in the Akashic records, that they put a holographic hologram insert of the wars. They call it the electrical wars that were over in this location. Now, I'm going to have a lot of the galactic speakers and galactic communities probably fight me on this later on when my contract goes into the full contract with the Andromedan organization. It's a new Andromedan organization. Now, there's a Guardian Alliance organization and the Stargate Councils, and I absolutely love them because they have been a part of my life from the time I was born. But there's another Andromedan organization that I came in with, which are a part of my organization administration of guides that were with me for a long time. But you got to understand who I am, and I know who I am, just like you know who you are, right? There's a certain point where we start to remember who we are. So you have to understand that I see it as I'm going to say what I see through experience. I see it as a holographic insert as far as the electrical wars and galactic wars. That's why I say, well, the galactic wars are open. The system that I come from The organization and administration that I come from, I always sit here and say it never existed. The electrical wars. It's a holographic insert in order for us to stay, I'm going to tell you, in order for us to stay almost in what they call it's a phase lock. Yeah. It's, and the phase, when I call it a phase lock and an actual lock, I mean it. It's a lock with inside the physical body of the human races, of the human species and all species on this planet, and it also has taken a cause and effect with different beings and species within this universe and multiverse. Now, that's something that I've seen only because it's a locked system. But that's not really that, you have to understand that it's not like a holographic insert. It's a holographic insert of a false timeline. So anything that I'm seeing and I'm transmitting to you right now, it's not real. Does that make sense? Like I know it's not real. Like it really is not a cause. It's like it's man-made. Does that make sense? It's made by humans. It was made and created by humans. But they're not humans, they're galactic humans. They're galactic humanoids. They created it, which means we created it. So that's what when I actually see the lock systems and when I'm actually looking, I said, well, that's a galactic human. That's a galactic human creation. But it's locked, right? So once I see that it's locked, but it's not really locked, it's like an insert. So when people say the electrical wars, I'm like, well, electrical wars never existed. It's not real. But it can become very real to the consciousness and the conscious, and it really is the consciousness, and it can become really real to the species here on this planet and humanity and to humans. And then not really too much into the universe is what I see, because now there's a lot of people that say that the advanced beings, right? Well, we're just advanced as the beings, is what we call as the light beings or the galactic humanoids that are out there that are humans. So any worlds or systems or star systems that are out there within this universe and that hold life, those are galactic humans. They're still human races. So when we see different beings or star beings coming in, or galactic beings, or they say like alien beings, a lot of people say that they're alien. They're not alien, they're galactic humanoids. They're human. Okay? That's something that I do know. They just look a little different, and they do. They're different species. They're going to look different. They're species. The best way I can translate it in Earth language is that they're a life, like a life form. So, when you see that the Grand Canyon holds something out there for you, you will have to remove the insert, and it's in your body. Once you remove the insert in the body, you can do that yourself, Catalina. Um, you will be able to access what is available for the temples and everything that I was communicating about, which is like the temples of Osiris, Ra, anything and everything from that time period, which is really cool. And then there's other different types of existence of heritage and descendants, which is what they call as the star beings, but it's really galactic human races and then different life forms that you'll be able to access, which is pretty cool. Right? So they could say that's like removing the veils. You're not really removing the veils. You got to deactivate and to dismantle the inserts that are running in order for you to be able to see. Now, remember that they're already dismantled and deactivated too. Now, I'm not trying to like, hopefully you understand that it's already done.
Mm,
Okay? So
okay.
just remember, like, oh, it's already done. But because I've materialized this to you and I spoke to you in the frequency geometric patterns and the light language, right now I just told you that it's already done, Catalina. So when you go, you're going to be able to access it. Does that make sense? Like that's how that's how fast everything gets done. Like
Yeah.
you materialized me in order for me to tell you that it's already done.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like our transmissions. Those are our transmissions that mean you are materializing, which is the contract and the soul contract itself.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Mm-hmm.
The integration of the flares, going back to the star DNA, which is the sun DNA, like I said, a really cool being to work with is the heritage and lineage of the Ra lineage, which is Ra, the sun god, working with his oversoul in the timeline that he exists. You can do that because your Merkaba is online. So because your
Mm-hmm.
Merkaba is online, that's your time traveling vehicle, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
teleportation vehicle, but it's also a two-way communication that you can have a two-way communication, telepathic communication with Ra, the sun god, and he will show you the integration of what's happening in your physical body with the flares and the solar flares. There's other ascension guides here that know, well, the flares happen in the physical body. Well, it's a lot more than just the flares happening in the physical body. It's a full recollaboration and upgrade, reconfiguration, and codes and key codes, but there's also different administrations that are assisting us here on this planet, too.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Que Santino, Santino, Kusantina Kata. Yusantusha, Kusantino, Kursanikata, Kusanti. Asanti. The zapping, yeah, the zapping is your Merkava, which I think is really cool.
I
It's
was like, did I
like
just get stung with something? Like, did a thorn just get... or it was just like, what? I was like, ow, am I hurting myself? It's actually sapping. Because I was scratching. I was like, what's going on? Did I just, a bug just bit me? Or I wasn't sure. I was like, well, maybe something else, you know? I was just like,
the
that's just
scratching,
too
those are
funny.
your, yeah, that's your, it's really beautiful because those are your crystals that are communicating and coming fully online. It's the crystal, it's the crystal consciousness in the physical body. Go Santino, Santino, Shika Santi.
Yeah, because
Santino, Shika Santa.
I've been really connecting to the with the sun, what was coming through, and just speaking my unicorn light language, and then I kind of see like purplish coming out, like it's like behind me. Like pretend this one. Let's just say this one. This is the sun right here.
Yes.
I'm a visual person, visual learner. So here it comes, and then you kind of see like little circles of purple. So I don't know what's like connecting with mine too, with the violet or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm trying to speak the unicorn light language, where the sun is like behind me. Kind of see the cool purple or violet coming out. You know,
Yes.
you see little figures there. Yeah. So yeah,
I
I've
think
been
that,
connecting to the sun, looking at it, doing my little, well, my unicorn light language at the same time while I'm walking my dog or I'm watering my garden. You know.
yes. Que Santino, Santino Kata. What do you feel like is happening in your, when we're working with our ancestral lineage and our bloodlines? What do you actually see is happening with you? Because I can see a lot of programming coming up. Like a lot of old programming. I see like fear, survival. I'm also seeing narcissistic programming coming up in the physical body. And it really has to do with the souls and my family around them. Abusive, and also sexual misery programming. That's something else that I'm also seeing. So I'm viewing as far as like the ancestral line and the ancestral lineages, and what I am seeing, like the programs of the 4D that I'm deactivating and dismantling, I can see them like coming up to the surface, but I'm also going deeper and deeper into my inner child. Like my experiences with this family, which is my earth family that I was incarnated to, but I'm created by my parents. So it's my father. My father is has already awakened into his avatar state. He's just going through a massive integration and upgrade and recollaboration of the body. So is my mom. Like they're awakened already. Um, my mother is a star child and is a star child, galactic child, and she knows this. And then my dad is the indigo. So they're already they're like already awakened already. They're just going through their recollaborations and cleansing purification process, bringing their crystals and their diamonds fully online, their crystal body, and also their different templates and star templates that they actually can access in the physical body. So I'm not really talking about my two parents that created me. My parents that created me, we've done so much work that they're already there. I'm talking about their ancestral lineage, right? What do you see is happening? Like, do you feel like that you could still be assisting like your lineage, your bloodline to your parents, your because your parents created you, the ones that created you, your incarnation. Do you feel like you're still assisting them with awakening? I think that's like really important for you to speak about because I think it's really beautiful if you look at it in different ways. Um, you're like you're at like a point on a timeline that I was about 4 years ago, and in the same type of materialization and transmission that we transmit in the physical body, which is like a frequency match of the same frequency, and how we're transmitting and creating those realities. Are you able to see like where is your parents at? Where is the rest of your family and your bloodline? Is it becoming like more aware where you're able to look at it in a multi-view way and like a super consciousness way too? Like how do you feel like that's unfolding? What do you
Yeah,
actually see?
I think ever since the unicorn started to come through,
Yeah.
with my body, like I noticed like, well, for me it seems like it was always happening, but now again, since this is a different now it's like since your consciousness open up, you start to be more aware. Like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense now, you know. So, for example, like there's a lot like today with like my mom's coming a lot of like old things coming up for her that I just brought it up to her, and she's like right away flipped. Her emotions were like, wow, you know. I was like, whoa, you know, you know. I was like,
That's the
let me
higher, that's the higher frequency of your keys, of your unicorn keys. It's a
mm,
higher dimensional, it's a higher harmonics, sound and light that is coming and transmitting off your physical body. That's the reason why your mother flipped out is because you're vibrating so high that you're clearing her so fast. That's it. She's like shooting it out of her body. That's actually what's happening to me. That's why I said I bring in keys, I bring in codes. Like I'm doing the transmission right now with you, right? Me and you come together and our light is so powerful. So because our light's so powerful, the transmission that me and you are doing together, when I get off of here, I bet you my family's going to be flipping downstairs and going
you know,
crazy. I will hear something of an argument right before everybody goes to bed.
you want to know
That,
something too? So again, I was doing like a unicorn reading for my friend because I have like a unicorn deck from Diana Copper.
yes.
Diana. Yeah. So I finished it. Well, I was like the the last part I did for her was like a unicorn light language at the end of the reading. And before you knew it, I hear them. I was like,
Yeah. That's and I would hear that would happen to me when I lived with all of my family, like both my parents, because it was like all of us wound up in a house together, and I knew it's because all of us were about to go together through the gate systems. And it we're all starseeds. Like my parents had star children. My mom birthed, and she does not okay. So my father has two children with her, and she
mm,
has four children, and she has three fathers, but she has
mm,
all star children. And my dad has all star children too, and he has another woman that he had another star child with.
mm.
So you got to understand like what these two were working on. My my parents had all star children. So all of us all wound up in a house together because we were all going through the gates together. We wound up with each other 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, which is a part of like where the gates went fully open. The gates actually, they say the gates went fully open in 2012. The gates were already open, but you have to understand is like it's what we were working on. We were not only working on the gates like in the planetary gates, the planetary gates, galactic gates, or universal gates. We were working on the Andromedan gates together and different galaxy system gates together because we're all starseeds. So anytime I would do light transmissions or sessions, I would hear nothing but arguments in the next room.
Makes
Right,
sense.
right when we hit those peaks or those massive upgrades and massive activations that were coming online. So that's crazy, right? It's,
Yes. I
that's
was
in
like,
that's what
oh,
I'm
that's
experiencing. I'm almost like I almost feel like I went 5 years backwards and I'm on a timeline was like, oh well, now we're gonna put you here to upgrade your whole
I
lineage on your
I feel
dad's
the same
side.
way. I feel like I went backward ever since it ended with my other relationship. It was like I had come back over here, and I felt like okay. I feel like like I have returned back, like you said, like I have like um to the past in a way. You know, I
Yeah.
moved forward, but I feel like I'm still going back to the past of like just being here. You know, because like okay, I guess I have to come back and do what I need to finish my work here still.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
it. That's the and it feels like it'll feel like backwards, but it holds a
Mm-hmm.
really high purpose of how strong
Mm-hmm.
it really has to do with how strong we are. Because we're working on so much all at the same time and we're repairing so much at all at the same time, recoding, rewriting, upgrading, and we're all working and activating each other. So the only thing is that we know that they are still vibrating in a frequency that we're all like working together in a geometric pattern and reconfiguration through communication through light. So it really is us. Like, I'm okay with it. There's a lot of people say, well, neutralize and balance the energy. I was like, there's no way you can balance this energy. I have too much light coming through my body. Like my vibrational frequency is so high, we have all the Andaras, all of these starseed Andaras and these crystal star Andaras that are up in the house right now. There's no way, man. I could do a huge activation and a light activation with these Andaras, and I can hear everybody go downstairs. And I'm just like, whoa, everybody just went whoop, boom, right up and out the crown chakra really fast. And I will sit here and laugh, but sometimes I'm not laughing because it will end up like materializing in front of my face. That's where I call in the guardian alliance and my beings and my light beings and my guardians. And I tell them to take position. I say, take all positions around me and start taking every single position around me and start to shield me, don't allow them into my field because I don't want their frequency to transmit into my morphogenetic field, which is my energetic field itself, because I'm working on so much right now. And I really need my space, like I need that flowing space where I can keep my vibrational frequency high. That's something you can do. That way they're not all coming in. You know how like sometimes they'll all like knock on the door or start banging on the door or they want to like argue with you or something like that. That's where once you start hearing anything like that, you start calling the guardian alliance, calling your highest guardians right away to start taking position around you. You lock down your system, walk down your shields to your Merkaba right away. Start
Mm-hmm.
walking down your shields to your Merkaba. That's usually first is
Okay.
like I lock down shields. I lock down all shields. I lock them down, lock them down, lock them down. And then I start calling in every single one of my guardians in every position. I tell them take every single position that you possibly can through all time and space. All space is a time right now because I don't want them coming in. It has
Mm-hmm.
to do with my vibrational frequency in order for all of us, and it's for all of us to be able to get done what we're getting done here, what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing right now in this
Mm-hmm.
now. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we're
yeah.
still all working together if we're in the house together. There's a divine purpose, and there's a purpose. There's a universal purpose. Like I said, I have a new session that I created, which is that the universe experiences through us. That's the universal soul embodiment, that it's the universe itself, with the universe and the planet, that said you're going to be with all of them because you're needed in this place, but you're also needed in this location. So and it's all in divine creation. It's also in universal creation of why we're all placed where we are right now. That's the higher vision, and the super there's the super, well, I'm going to say that's the super one. That's the supervision. That's the super multi-vision that we have to start seeing right now, right? So just remember, when we feel like we're going backwards, we're not really going backwards, or we're about to go to a cool timeline, even if it's like in 6 months or a year, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Akasha, well, I have to go already because I have to go somewhere else. But we will go live next time, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad you came on. I love you so much.
Yay. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for jumping on. You jump
Yes.
on
Love you,
another.
Akasha.
I love you too. We'll plan another one this time. I love
Yes.
you.
Love you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Ge Santino is Santino Kasanti. Let me see. Santino Shika Santino Konandi Fishanti. All right. Thank you, Catalina. She has a beautiful soul coming on. Thank you so much. Ge Santino Shika Santina Divina Kasanti. She's my star sister that is coming on. And thank you for being here. She's absolutely beautiful. I did pull a few cards. I pulled a few cards, and as we activated, I'm going to speak about the Heroes Gamos Union, the Divine Sacred Union, understanding contracts and soul contracts, the Divine Sacred Unions, the Heroes Gamos and the Twin Flame, Twin Energy, or the Internal Soulmate. The internal soulmate and the angelic mates are going through a massive reconfiguration, geometric diamond light intelligence, recollaboration, and it really is a recollaboration and unification. So it's a unification as far as the unified field and becoming one. The divine love, divine pure love, and understanding from a super, and it is the super multi-vision consciousness expansion, and understanding that embodiment of the pure love for each other and what that truly means, no matter what the materialization and the physical reality, no matter what is actually happening, that is a lower vibrational frequency, or a lower frequency, or let's say like a 4D timeline. And we can say 4D, but let's say, like, well, it would be 2D to 3D, 2D to 3D timeline, or pain, suffering, sexual misery programming, abusive programming, torture. There is torture, sex torture. And I will actually say that because there's a lot that's coming out, and then there's sex trafficking too as well. Uh, Sex trafficking timelines. There's a lot, narcissism, narcissistic, uh, unconscious, and that's all unconscious. So I'm gonna kind of pull everything together, that it's not holding. It's light, it's a consciousness light, but we can say it's unconscious. It still has light because it's created from the God source. It's still created from light. So because it's created from light, as it materializes, it can be repaired, and it can be repaired and upgraded. And there's the unification, unified field, that no matter what, that source light, that divine pure love intelligence, to be able to see in an expansion way, that there is no breaking, and you can't break, you can't dismantle, you can't deactivate and dismantle the divine sacred union, the Heros Gamos, the angelic mate, the internal soulmates. You can't, because the creation of coming in here through the portals and the life portals of the species itself, human species and other species, you have to understand that they were completely one as one being incarnating here, meaning that there's no split between those beings. They could also be two beings, two oversouls. It can be two oversouls or one oversoul that is experiencing as life and as life form here on this planet, and experiencing in the human form. So that's for the twin flame energy. When we say twin flame, we say here's Gamos, we're talking about soulmates, angelic soulmates. It's also life on this planet. It's life within this universe and multiverse. It's different species, not just the human species here. And that's actually taking us to the next levels of expansion in order for us to be able to see this too as well. There's no, you have to understand that they were created and incarnated together. It is very pure. It's something you have to be able to open up and to be able to see that no matter what, you can't even there's no damaging. But you can, there's nothing. You can't penetrate through that that light. You can't penetrate through that love. You just can't. It's so beautiful and so deep that it's so amazing to be able to see. If you can expand into that full God consciousness and to understand God consciousness, source consciousness, creator consciousness, universal consciousness, or seeing from a new consciousness view, you can't penetrate through it. You never will be able to penetrate through those unions. Or for if you feel a deep love and you know that this is pure love, or this is my soulmate, and I can see it right in front of me that this is my divine soulmate, or this is a light that is a part of me, or a frequency, light, source light, a part of my being, a part of my oversoul, or the universe, the multiverse. You can't penetrate through it. Please remember that. You won't be able to. Those unions, what you feel like exists inside of you, what you fully feel inside of the body, you have to understand what you see and what you know. Don't let anything penetrate through it. There's a frequency system and there is an intelligence. Like I said, some people call it the ego, different parts of the mental body that could probably distort it, as far as how it communicates and telepathically communicates through the mind. You won't be able to penetrate through it. So just remember that. Always remember who you are. And just remember that too. All right, I have a few cards that I'm going to do a few card readings. And I think I have Sealand. I'll do one card for you. Look at this baby, beautiful baby. That's Santina. We have to say, yeah, we have to say hello, all of you guys. Shantina, Shantina. Look at that beautiful baby. Absolutely beautiful. I have an Isis card. Magic, divine sovereignty, and transformation. Gasanti. Mahat. Balance, neutral truth, divine integrity. This one's beautiful, right? This is the High Priestess deck. It's a priestess deck, divine light codes, and ancient Egypt. This one is just my favorite. This is my favorite deck. I absolutely love this deck. I created and materialized this deck with a soul group that created this deck. I saw it and said, "Well, we need an oracle deck that looks like this, or a tarot card deck." Gasantina de Facasanti. This one's beautiful. Sacred Waters, Divine Rebirth, Eternal Springs, Crystalline, Eternal Light. This one's absolutely beautiful. The Sentuno Shinka Santina Katana de Shanti. And this is for all of you. This is the star itself, which is the sun. The sun is Ashtar, Galactic Mother. It's also a star race too. Cosmic balance and quantum birth. Quantum bath and the crystalline bath. Recollaboration and a detox that we're all experiencing right now. The Emerald Tablets is the Emerald Records. The part also part of the CDT plates, Emerald Tablets, CDT plate records, the organic systems, Alchemy, Universal Laws, Conscious Creation. This one's really beautiful too. High Priestess card. SNT. Divine Knowing, Ancient Ones, Goddess Embodiment. This one's really beautiful. SNT. This is my favorite deck. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the gold plated. So beautiful. It's just magical. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, Santina Devaka Santa. They're all saying hello, all of my beautiful, beautiful crystals. Yes, Santi. Yes, Santino, Shantina Kanan Devaka Santi. Ah, Santina Kashana. I was sending so much love to my father today. My father gifted me with this fabric. He gifted me with the fabric for the Andaras, for the crystals, and for the oracle readings. Everything that I do, he gave me this fabric. He picked out yellow, and he picked out this for activations. Yellow is happiness, and then this is actually for the Andaras, the activations with the Andaras, the transmission, the keys, and the codes with the Andaras. So this is. I just want to send so much love to my father for supporting me on my journey. And he did. He picked out everything for you guys. He's my dad is indigo race, but he also holds DNA of a crystalline child. He's absolutely beautiful. He's he's just a very beautiful being. So he picked everything out. He gifted it today. The yellow is for happiness. And this fabric that's on top of it is for the Andarians, the crystals, and how it brings out the crystalline crystals and the diamonds. That's why he picked it out, is it brings out the crystalline and the diamonds. Right? So I think that's really cool, right? The family is awakening. Look at that one. That one's beautiful. Shantu Shika Santim. De Santinakata. De Sayana. De Shantu Shika Santi. Sayana de Shanti. Oshanakatam. De Shantu Shika Santina. Ushantina. I'm sending so much love to all of you. This one is a pyramid. This one's really beautiful. This one definitely holds the emerald tablets. Absolutely beautiful. Listen to Shukatan. Ayana Divinaka Santi. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sending so much love to you. Sending love to all of you. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful evening. Remember, oh yes, this is also remember to drink pure clean water. High vibrational food, sleep, rest, integrate. You can do Epsom salt baths for integration. Catch the replay if you're just coming on. You're going to have to go back and catch the replay. Take care of yourself because this is all light. It's a light activation and it's a light attunement. So I'm sending so much love to you. Bye.